So guys, today we are going to compare two of the best budget gaming chipsets, which are Helio G90T and Snapdragon 730G. At the time of launch, Mediatek released comparative benchmark scores between its own gaming SoC and the Snapdragon 730 series parallel performance figures. And according to the official figures shared, the Helio G90T appears to outperform the Snapdragon 730G by a considerable margin. But here we are going to cut that in bits and pieces for your better understanding. So to compare, I have selected the benchmark from two phones, the Redmi Note 8 Pro with Helio G90T and the Oppo Reno 2 with Snapdragon 730G. So now let's start. The Snapdragon 730G is built on 8nm process, making it very energy efficient, which should help battery last long on a single charge. On the other hand, Mediatek Helio G90T is built on 12nm process, which isn't a very efficient process, because of which it is unable to beat Snapdragon 730G in power efficiency. Do you know Redmi's Lou Weibing said G90T is even less power efficient than Snapdragon 710 by around 10%. That is why Xiaomi opted for a bigger battery on the Redmi Note 8 Pro. Moving on to the CPU, Helio G90T has a 64-bit octa-core CPU which includes 2 ARM Cortex-A76 cores at a maximum speed of up to 2.05 GHz and other 6 ARM Cortex-A55 cores clocked at up to 2 GHz clock speed. On the other hand, Snapdragon 730G also features a 64-bit octa-core CPU which has Cryo Force 70 CPU, which includes 2 Cortex-A76 powerful cores running at up to 2.2 GHz clock speed and other 6 Cortex-A55 at a maximum speed of up to 1.8 GHz. What that means is, in normal tasks, G90T will outperform Snapdragon 730G, but under heavy CPU load it will be vice versa. Just for your easy comparison, check out the CPU benchmark on Note 8 Pro and Reno 2. To conclude, they are both way similar in CPU performance. Now let's check the GPU. Mediatek Helio G90T ships with ARM Mali G76 GPU clocked at 800 MHz. On the other side, Snapdragon 730G got the Adreno 618 GPU which operates at 500 MHz. This GPU is combined with the Snapdragon Elite gaming feature, while the Mediatek Helio G90T features Hypervision gaming technology. Because of these features, both GPU performs better, but here G90T has the upper hand, which is clear from the benchmark scores. Now here we complete the main part, so now let's check the supported features. In terms of RAM support, the Helio G90T is capable to support LPDDR4X RAM up to 10 GB with a maximum speed of up to 2133 MHz, while Snapdragon 730G can support LPDDR4X RAM up to 8 GB with a maximum speed of up to 3733 MHz. And in terms of storage support, the Helio G90T can support eMMC 5.1 and UFS 2.1 types of storage, while Snapdragon 730 can support only UFS 2.1 type of storage, which is enough. There is no need for eMMC 5.1 storage as they are slower. Speaking of the display, Mediatek Helio G90T supports Full HD Plus 21:9 displays up to 90Hz with a maximum resolution of up to 2400 x 1080 pixels, while Snapdragon 730G can support up to Quad HD Plus HDR10 display with a maximum resolution of up to 3360 x 1440 pixels. Now let's take a look at the camera support, but I will not dive deeper, it would get complicated. Speaking of the camera section of Helio G90T, it supports up to 64 megapixel single camera sensor, while in terms of dual camera it can support up to 24 plus 16 megapixel dual camera sensors. On the other hand, talking about the Snapdragon 730G, it can go up to 192 megapixel single camera sensor. There is no smartphone about to launch with the 192 megapixel camera sensor to know how it works. In terms of dual camera, it is capable to support up to 22 plus 22 megapixel dual camera sensor, and there is also support for triple and quad camera setup on both these chipsets. In AI performance, Helio G90T is slightly better. In connectivity features, Snapdragon 730G features Snapdragon X15 LTE modem which uses LTE Cat 15 to provide a download speed of up to 800 megabits per second and LTE Cat 13 to provide an upload speed of up to 150 megabits per second. It also has features such as triple band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.0, dual VoLTE, Wi-Fi, GPS and FM radio, NFC, USB 3.1, USB Type-C, etc. For fast charging, it supports Qualcomm Quick Charge 4 Plus technology. On the other side, Mediatek Helio G90T uses 4G LTE Cat 2L for providing a download speed of up to 600 megabits per second and Cat 13 for providing an upload speed of up to 150 megabits per second. Other features like dual VoLTE, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS and FM radio, etc. are also supported in this chipset. And finally, I do like to mention the fact that Mediatek chipsets are cheaper, which makes the phone cheaper. Thumbs up to that. So if you would want to buy a phone with any of these processors on board, then which one would you buy? Tell me in the comments below. So that's about it. If you enjoyed the video, then subscribe and like. See you in the next one. Peace out.